closing, let me just say this. When, according to the text we've read a moment ago, in all three feasts, God said to Israel, no one must appear before him empty-handed. And then God said this, you shall not boil a young goat in the milk of its mother. To come to a feast to God empty-handed is to say, you have not blessed me. God expected them to come full-handed, with first fruits, tithes, and offerings, full-handed. And he said, do not boil a young goat in the milk of its mother. Now, boiling a young goat, a newly born, a firstling, let's say a calf or a kid, a young goat, to boil that infant animal in the milk of its mother was the practice of heathen nations. And what they would do is they would literally kill their firstborn in the element, milk, intended to nourish it, but now using that dynamic of nourishment to destroy it, they would then take the milk and sprinkle the milk on all of the leaves of their produce or fields as an offering to their evil pagan deities in the hope of a future productive harvest that would come upon the field. When God simultaneously, in saying, offer me your first fruits, he's then saying, don't boil a young goat in the milk of its mother. He's saying, don't be like the heathen nations that lay trust in their evil deities to ensure the productivity on their fields. He's saying this, no, bring your first fruits to me as an indication of where your trust lay, of where your trust is for sustained, perpetual, and future productivity. Please remember this. At the Passover feast, at the feast of the sheaf of the first fruit, the sheaf was waved as the farmer brought it into the priest by the high priest before the Lord. Sheaf in Scripture always is indicative of the totality of a person's being. Joseph had dreams where his sheaf was standing up and the 11 sheaves of his brother bowing to him. So sheaves always depict persons, depict our lives. When that sheaf was waved as a first fruit offering to the Lord, what the offerer, what the priest was saying to the Lord on behalf of the person that gave that first fruit, was saying, see, the totality of my being, everything about my life belongs to you. I lay no great store or trust in the present systems of this world or in any principle that the world purports to ensure my success. But God, you are my trust. You are my source. And I pray that as we progress in this teaching, that you would come to a place where you bring structure to your giving, that you would say, I want in my giving world to be first fruits, tithes, and offerings. But this first offering of the three is going to set a foundation for the rest. It's going to be indicative of the totality of my being and the entirety of my life. So great grace and abundant peace be to you as you spend some time meditating, ruminating on the principles that we have shared today.